Welcome to DIY for Homeowners. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki, and today we have a fast DIY, a field trip, and a project follow-up.
But before we get started, we want to say that on our last Workshop Wednesday, we let you know that we were so close to 10,000 followers on YouTube. And guess what? It happened! Yay! So thank you all for subscribing, and we are excited about all the new people that are watching. And also, always let us know in the comments below what you think, what you want us to do more of, what you want us to do less of. Let us know. To celebrate 10,000 followers on YouTube, we are doing a giveaway. We are partnering with one of our favorite companies,
Wall Control.
Wall Control. We are not giving away our wall,
no,
but we are giving away $150 gift card to Wall Control, so you can get whatever.
And we have lots of suggestions.
Yes, so we have plenty of projects to give you suggestions of ideas of things you can get.
It starts today, and it will go through May 13th. Mm-hmm. You can sign up from now to then, and then we will choose a winner and announce it on Workshop Wednesday.
On the 15th.
On the 15th.
Yes. So go sign up. We'll put a link to that below.
And to celebrate, we are doing a fast DIY, and we're using one of Wall Control's newest projects, their fun size panel.
It's so fun.
I mean, I love that idea. So you can see it is really way...
It's about half the size.
About half the size. Yeah.
A little less.
Yeah, so it's their fun size, and we're doing a quick DIY with this, and we're making a jewelry hanger. Mm-hmm. Now, you can just use this right out of the box and put your hooks on and put your jewelry on it, but we're going to make it a little more fancy. Mm-hmm. So join us, and we'll show you how we did that.
Let's go do it.
We're starting with very simple materials. We're using paint sticks, we're using a wood dowel, some glue, paint, and we're actually going to do off-cutting with a miter saw. No power tools needed here. We're using 4 paint sticks, and these are large paint sticks, and they come 3 in a package, and they're about 98 cents or so. Our first step is to measure the wood dowel, and that's going to go across the top and the bottom to serve as supports. We cut 2 of those, and now I'm temporarily putting those crossbars in place so I can mark the paint sticks. And then I did the same thing with the longer ones, cut 2 the same length. And here you can see I'm cutting that, and really was very quick to do that. We're using a miter box with a handsaw, and to use that miter box, you need to clamp it to your work surface and mark where you need to cut and just start cutting. And those little black pegs come with your miter box, and that just helps to secure the wood in there. Give the ends a little bit of sanding because it is a little bit rough. Don't need to do a lot. I didn't do the surface. This is the coolest thing. This is a plastic blade scraper, and it is absolutely perfect for getting off these stickers. Next, we're going to paint, and I'm using a white gesso to use as a base coat. We're going to be finishing this with a metallic paint, and the metallic paint really needs a base coat. Cover it properly. So I'm going to do probably have 3 coats in each of these. I'm using that silicone pad because it cleans up really easily and nothing sticks to it. I have a lot of earrings, and I needed a way to be able to store those. So I'm using this pillbox case to individually put earrings in. And I found that all that lettering will come off very easily with a little bit of acetone. Be sure you wear gloves and a mask and keep yourself safe. And now we're attaching rare earth magnets with E6000, and because the Wall Control panel is metal, this will stick very easily. Once everything is dry, it is time to assemble. We're attaching the crossbars to the top and the bottom using these screw holes that come on the panel. Next, the sides are put in place, and we're adding just a tiny bit of glue on each side, and we're going to clamp it in place and allow it to dry. We do both the sides and the top and the bottom that same way. The last thing is to add a couple of picture hanging hooks, and we're done with the assembly. Now the fun part, we get to add the hooks and the jewelry and see it all in place. We're using a couple of rod hanging hooks and a wood dowel, and I'm going to use that to put my bracelets on. I really have more bracelets than I have necklaces, so it really works for me. And it's easy enough to just take it down, take the one you need off, and put it back. You can add as many hooks or length of hooks that you need. I just basically need small hooks to add necklaces, and then the rod hanging hooks, and that's really all I need.
Well, Mom, that sure was fun.
I know. It was fun. I love that fun size panel.
That was cool.
I think it lends itself to a lot of different things.
Yeah.
It's a nice addition to their lineup. And now we're going to share a field trip, and we recently went to Atlanta for the Home Depot Prospective event, and it was held at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And if you're a football fan, or even soccer.
Or soccer,
yes.
We learned a lot about
We learned a lot about sports. Neither of us are really sports fans.
Go sports.
Go sports. Yes, I love that from Big
If
Bang.
you know that, you already told him.
Oh, yes.
I was gonna say, if you know that reference, let us know.
Sorry, but anyway, one of the things we got to do was tour that brand new stadium. It was extremely impressive. Even if you're not a sports fan, it was extremely impressive. They took us down to field level. I don't know, there's just something about standing there on the field and looking up and
We
seeing.
were on the field.
No,
we
they
were
would
very
not.
close
They
to
would
it.
not. They would not let us on
There's
the field.
people there like looking at our
Yes,
feet.
they would not. They don't let you go on the field itself. But they have this. If you look up, they have this retracting ceiling, and it looks like a camera lens.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I wish they would. I wish they would have shown us. I wish they would have actually done that.
Yeah.
But I guess it's extremely expensive to open and close that little eye thing.
But they do it in 8 minutes.
They do it. In
Yeah,
8
that's what
minutes?
they said.
Oh, I didn't
it
hear
says
that.
that it takes 8 minutes to open and close it, and that's like the fastest one ever.
But
I
it
guess.
really is an impressive building.
Yeah.
It's really an impressive building.
After we got a tour of the stadium inside, we went on the outside where the Home Depot backyard is, and I guess that's where people normally tailgate, but it was completely set up with all the top tool brands that are available at the Home Depot, and they were showing us all the new exclusive tools that will only be available at the Home Depot. We got to see the latest in outdoor tools and power tools. We got to try out the tools. You can see Mom trying out one of the new DeWalt impact drivers, and who knew you can innovate a speed square? We really love this speed square from Husky. They have this little extension that you can fold out and you can make a nice straight line at 12 inches instead of having to use a huge speed square. So this one we're definitely going to have on our must list. We also saw some new innovation in outdoor tools, one of our favorites being Ego, and they showed us the tools that we got to see last year, but one of the big things that they have this year is a battery-powered generator. Yeah, the generator like you'd use in a hurricane to power your fridge, all of that. This is a battery-powered version, so that was a really neat one that we got to see, and they have some smaller versions as well, and that you can check out now at the Home Depot, and they are exclusive to the Home Depot.
We saw some new offerings from the Ryobi 40 volt line as well. And this has to be one of my favorite tools that we saw at the event. This is a battery-powered wheelbarrow of all things. It takes all the effort and strength needed to push around bags of mulch or cement or whatever you have to actually move around.
It's not out yet, but we'll let you know when it's available. I also got to try out a Makita chainsaw because I love a good chainsaw.
And check out those.
Those are safety chaps that I'm wearing there for safety.
I think they're lumberjack pants.
I think they're pretty cool. I'm going to need a pair of those. There's a lot of other brands there that we got to see and check out. It was hard to get footage and learn and be in the sun, all the things. But it was a great event. We learned a lot of good information that we'll be sharing with you guys in the upcoming weeks.
So that was our field trip. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we will be sharing some of those tools that we got to see in the upcoming year.
For sure. So now, on Monday, we asked you what project that we've done in the past that you wanted a follow-up on. And
it was
3 choices.
3 choices, almost unanimous. You wanted to see the floor, although we were hoping you'd choose a little barn door so we could share a little fun fact about that.
No sharing fun facts now because they picked the floor.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
And that's okay. We'll still share the barn door probably in the future.
Yes, we
because
will.
people have been asking about that.
Yes,
so.
they have.
But we're gonna head to my house because you asked about the RockSolid floor coating that we put on 3 years ago at my house. So we're gonna head over there and we're gonna be honest.
We will be honest.
And we'll show you how it's holding up. So let's go.
Come on.
Welcome to Project Follow-Up. We are here at my house in my garage, and behind us is actually a project that we're currently working on that you'll see in probably a week or two.
Yes.
But we are here to talk about the flooring because that's what you guys voted on Monday, so we won't talk about
We're
it.
going to talk about this floor.
We'll talk about it. So the first thing is we put this down 3 years ago, and we did make a follow-up video 2 years ago to how it was holding up and some of the issues you were having. But we will now share what's been going on for,
Since
3 years
follow-up.
later.
Yes,
Yeah.
3 years later.
So we're still having some issues with it. We're still having some areas that are peeling up a little bit.
The one thing that really surprised about this flooring, it's not to be used outdoors, and we knew that. But what really surprised us was one day that we had a really bad rainstorm and we had left the garage up accidentally, and the next day we came out and all of these water spots where the rain had obviously dissolved the finish. And anytime, again, because you leave your garage door open, the UV rays also tend to fade or dissolve that. I don't know what it does, degrades the finish. Really kind of a surprise that happened.
It is a little temperamental. The floor coating is like, make sure the garage is closed if it's raining, and a lot of care needs to be taken with the flooring. And overall, I still love what I initially loved about it. I love the look of it. I think it has a really cool look to it. I love the feel of it when I'm barefoot. It just feels so nice. It doesn't feel cold or like just like bare concrete.
It's not gritty.
Not gritty.
Nice, yeah.
It's easy to clean up.
Really
easy to clean
That's
up.
probably the number one thing I like about this flooring is the ease of cleanup. You can either just blow out dirt or sweep it or anything like that. You do have to be concerned about water because it's non-porous. The water tends to move to the sides, and you have to be careful to make sure you take care of that because you don't want to end up with a water problem along the sides of your garage. But Steph found a real easy solution for that.
Yeah, so the time when water gets in the garage is when I drive in my car and it's been raining outside, then the water will come off my car. So what I've done is I actually bought this big mat. I'll put a link to the mat that I got, but I got this big mat that I can park my car on top of, and the water will collect in there, and so it doesn't get on the flooring, and it doesn't go to the sides, and it just kind of evaporates eventually, I think is what happens.
Yes.
We actually talked to Rust-Oleum at a conference recently, and they said that they've actually heard a lot of feedback about the product, and they have put in some new, they have a new formula or a new product that they've
tweaked it a bit.
Yes. So I would be interested in trying out the new round of it. They also have a version for inside the house specifically that I'm interested in, that we heard about at the conference. So, and we've heard people that have had some similar experiences as us, but we've heard people that are super happy with the coating. So this is just our experience. It's definitely not everyone's experience. But there's a lot of options, and also we referenced there's this website called allgarageflooring.com, I believe. I'll put a link to it, but they have a lot of great information, a lot of reviews of garage floor coatings and all that, and prep and those kind of things. So anytime you're doing a big project like a garage flooring, research is key, is looking at a lot of different options and seeing what looks like the best, because it takes time and money, and those are two big things that it takes to do this kind of flooring. So always do your research.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have any more questions about the floor coating or anything like that, let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining us today for Workshop Wednesday.
And we will see you the next time.
And don't forget about the giveaway.
The giveaway.
It opens today.
Yes.
Yes. So thanks. We'll see you next time.
Bye.